Happy New Year! It's a new season, new energy. Every Sunday, our property pick of the week highlights investments available in the market. The accessory spot discovers trending interior design ideas. The expert segment explores latest topics and news shaping the landscape.
Usidharau pesa kidogo, hata kama ni 20,000 weka.
Our favorite home ownership segment is all about inspiration from tried and tested experiences when climbing the property ladder, and so much more.
What I would advise anybody who is looking to buy a house, just work with professionals.
We have a packed show. Our digital platforms is where you can post your comments and questions. Welcome to the Property Show. As always, there is something for everyone. The Property Pick of the Week shines a spotlight on selected neighborhoods primed for growth this season. To kick us off is an ideal project tucked away in Laikipia, Oldaiga Global Village. Sitting beneath Mount Kenya, this prime land is subdivided into quarter-acre of serviced plots, and the icing on the cake is the contemporary architectural design selections you can pick from. Let's hear more.
Are you looking for a serene location to build a retirement home or a holiday cottage? Oldaiga Global Village in Nanyuki is the place for you. This master-planned gated community is situated just 18 kilometers from Nanyuki town, beneath Mount Kenya, Aberdares, and the rolling Oldaiga Hills, sitting on 32 acres prime land. These plots are subdivided into quarter-acre as well as 1 acre. Each plot comes with ready title deeds, beautifully crafted 3- and 4-bedroom architectural designs you can choose from in a controlled development. Oldaiga Global Village offers world-class infrastructure, a secure and peaceful environment, and a variety of on- and off-site amenities, as well as services devised to maximize the quality of community life.
Another project primed for growth this season is Zaria Village, located in the heart of Kiambu County, off Roiro Kamite Road, in a prime neighborhood. This project offers different architectural designs and all amenities required in a gated community. Here is more.
The Zaria Village is a pristine gated community set in the heart of the evergreen Kiambu County. This family-oriented community with a controlled development is offering 331 quarter-acre fully serviced plots on a 120-acre piece of land. This master plan development is only 25 kilometers from the central business district off the Roiro-Kiambu bypass near Tatu City. The Zaria village is subdivided into 3 distinct zones as follows: the Zaria Green Gem, These gem plots are located close to the main entrance and encompass shared recreational space of the clubhouse. Price point, 8.4 million Kenya shillings. The Zaria Grey Pearl. These serene plots are located at the back of the development with stunning views of Mukoyo Forest. Price point, 8.5 million Kenya shillings. And lastly, the Zaria Golden Rod. These plots are enclosed in a horseshoe shape at the heart of the project and are home to heights and great views of the Nairobi skyline. Price point, 8.6 million Kenya shillings. Potential homeowners will have 4 approved architectural house concepts. The house typologies come with option of conventional or contemporary roofing. The designs are Zara, Zazi, Zaira and Zayana, all 4-bedroom ensuite with a DSQ. Amenities in each plot include electricity, water and internet reticulation. The shared amenities at Zaria Village include well-designed stone perimeter wall with electric fence, internal cabro roads, state-of-the-art main gate with security system, electricity and sufficient water supply, solar street lighting, jogging track, recreational areas by the river and by Lake Zad, clubhouse with restaurant, bar, gym and rooftop, 25 meters swimming pool with a kiddie pool, provision for education center and provision for a mini shopping complex. The Zaria Village is designed to inculcate the concept of a strong and attractive community. Our desire is to ensure that one has pride in ownership and peace of mind that comes with the comfort of owning your home in a Zen place. Zaria Village, dream it, own it, and live it.
Today's highlight is on hand-picked projects primed for growth this season. Next, a project that comes with beauty, greenery, accessibility and convenience. This project comes with 7 different house designs to choose from, which are meticulously designed and built to the highest standards and finishes. Let's find out more.
Tilisi Views offers a serene, secure and peaceful environment to live in. The first phase, comprising of 28 units, is nearly complete and occupancy is set for October 2021. Well, guess what? If you missed out on the first phase, you definitely don't want to miss out on this. Phase 2 of Tilisi Views will consist of 43 3- and 4-bedroom villas. The homeowners will enjoy a covered entry porch, a spacious lounge area with a fireplace, an open-plan fully fitted kitchen with high-end appliances from Bosch, a door leading to an ensuite DSQ, large windows for natural lighting, high ceilings and an ensuite bedroom fitted with wardrobes and laminate floors. The common amenities will include a guardhouse and security gate per cluster, and in the main Tilisi Views entrance. A galvanized clear view steel fencing on the perimeter of Tilisi Views. A clubhouse with a children's play area, landscaped cluster courtyards, private garden space in each villa, paved footpaths and 6.8 kilometers jogging track, street lighting, street level visitors parking, provisions for ICT and cable TV, sewage treatment plants, borehole water supply, schools, hospital and shopping center will be in the vicinity, backup generator for common areas. The homes are set in an excellent location with great views. With value for money, these homes will sit on approximately 1/8 and 1/4 acre plots, respectively, with a price ranging from 23.5 million to 37 million Kenya shillings. The lifestyle here will be equivalent to none. The environment makes this location truly enviable, as it is designed to help you reach your entire essential and lifestyle services.
Next, a project offering lavish living at an affordable price tag, located along Kangundo Road, Joska. This modern 3-bedroom master ensuite has easy access to all social amenities. The homes are ideal for everyday living. Let's take a look.
Set in the serene, secure neighborhood of Joska, along Kangundo Road, is this affordable gated estate comprising of 46 units of 3-bedroom master ensuite bungalows, with each house sitting on an 1/8 acre piece of land. Accommodation features include a spacious living area fitted with tiles, spacious dining area, large windows for natural light, an open kitchen plan with top and bottom cabinets offering enough storage space, a common share cloakroom for the 2 bedrooms, a 3-bedroom master ensuite. Other amenities include 24/7 manned gate with electric perimeter wall, provision of CCTV cameras installation, ample parking space, cabro-paved driveway, street lighting, provision of solar water heating system, children play area, shopping center, ample water supply, and beautifully landscaped garden. The units are going for 5.9 million Kenya shillings cash price. The units are currently on offer, where one pays a deposit of 1.5 million Kenya shillings and the rest is payable in 10 months' time.
We shift gears to Thika Road, to a project that is described as a home, a place that many of us yearn for. That place that gives us feeling of safety, belonging, and identity. That's what Mivida Homes at Garden City offers. Let's find out more.
My home, my life is what defines Mivida Homes at Garden City. These apartments are meticulously designed by international and local consultants to offer comfort. Construction is ongoing for Phase 1, which comprises of 1, 2 and 3-bedroom apartments and is 70% complete. The residents will enjoy a spacious living area and dining room with a sliding door leading to a balcony area, a fully fitted kitchen with a door leading to adobe area and pantry area, common cloakroom for visitors and guests, an ensuite master bedroom, and an ensuite DSQ. Shared outdoor amenities will include 24/7 manned gate with a perimeter wall, CCTV surveillance camera, intercom system in each apartment, a kids' play area, an adults and children's swimming pool, a clubhouse with a roof terrace, 300-meter long jogging track, barbecue areas, gym and fitness studio, multi-purpose sport court, borehole water supply, and a backup generator for the common areas. This development is in close proximity to schools, hospital and shopping centers.
As we all look to the future, we all know finding quality homes offering spacious living and security are getting harder and harder to come by. And guess what? Here on the Property Show, we understand the real estate market, especially neighborhoods primed for growth this season. And we'll be happy to point you to great deals and arrange private viewing too. Next, let's hear topics that are shaping the real estate landscape from National Housing Corporation and KMRC. What is the role of National Housing Corporation in the overall drive of affordable housing program?
I think the role of National Housing Corporation is well enshrined within the Act. We have the CAP 117 that started the National Housing Corporation in 1967. So you can understand it's a very old institution when it comes to issues dealing with housing. And one thing that people also know is that National Housing Corporation has built so many houses across the country in various estates. And therefore, National Housing Corporation was created as really an implementer to the national housing policy for government housing projects. And if you look at the former local government which existed then, there is nowhere in the country that National Housing Corporation never built a house within the local setup. And currently, with the change of the constitution, that we have the counties. Formerly, there were local government or municipalities and all that. National Housing Corporation comes in handy now to assist the county government to implement their affordable housing within their jurisdiction.
What's your overall role on the affordable housing programs?
First of all, we must really be able to connect the National Housing Corporation with the State Department of Housing, the mother of the corporation. So what the ministry does, the ministry does the policy in terms of housing. And that policy is the one which National Housing Corporation actually implements, the policy for the housing. And what currently we are even doing is actually working with the county government to be able to identify land, for construction, identify financing for construction, identify technology. And I want to say this, National Housing Corporation is also a factory that actually builds material. We call it EPS, expanded polystyrene panels, that reduces the cost of construction. So our work is not only to put up houses, but how cost-effective, innovative way of actually building these particular houses. So that's the role of the National Housing Corporation.
What incentives is the government giving the affordable housing program?
There are quite a number of incentives. One, when we identify the private investors who want actually to develop the houses, we are doing the infrastructure services. One thing you must understand is that the reason why houses have tended to be quite expensive is provision of infrastructure. Provision of infrastructure means that you're providing the electricity, you're providing sewer, you're providing water, you're providing roads. Those components alone, in terms of cost to construction, contributes quite a lot. And therefore, what the government is doing is provide what we call off-site infrastructure. Besides that, we have the issues like VAT. They are saying VAT on materials, that the government zero rates those particular materials. So long as the project that the investor is doing is actually categorized as an affordable housing. That is as far as the contractors or investors are concerned. But to the buyers themselves, remember we are giving buyers a lot of subsidy. One, the houses that we're selling is not in accordance with the market rates, and therefore they are more subsidized. And again, at the same time, when they finish paying these particular houses, they don't pay stamp duties for first home owners. And then when it comes to what you call the tenant purchase scheme, in the tenant purchase scheme, people are paying within 25 years.
The tenure for the mortgage?
Oh yes. You pay for 25 years at a rate of 7%. And that is what we are saying that is rent to buy. Mm-hmm. Rent to buy means that you are paying a house as if you are paying rent for 25 years, and then that house becomes your house.
Karibuni sana.
Thank you.
Let's talk about KMRC.
The Kenya Mortgage Refinance Company is a new financial institution that has come into the housing finance market in Kenya to provide long-term finance to primary mortgage lenders like ABSA and the other financial institutions so that we can make home financing affordable and accessible to a majority of Kenyans.
What do you define as affordable housing?
Now, affordable housing has been defined, I think, in policy by government. That is what KMRC is driving. As number one, in form of the amount of loan that will be extended to a home borrower and income threshold. Now, affordable housing in this case is a home or a loan that does not exceed 4 million in Nairobi, a Nairobi metropolitan area. That's Nairobi, Kiambu, Machakos, and Kajiado, and 3 million elsewhere around the country.
So if I go to Nakuru, it's 3 million.
So if you go to Nakuru, a home is
Mombasa is 3 million.
3 million.
Meru is 3
Kisumu,
million.
Meru, 3 million. But that's just one angle of that. Then there is an income threshold of 150,000 per month. That is a household, yes, that's a household income that can be aligned for that purpose of affordable housing. So that's our definition of affordable housing, and we have aligned our resources to support that kind of arrangement as defined.
But how many Kenyans earn 150,000 shillings as a household today?
I can tell you that the majority of Kenyans fall within that threshold. The threshold is actually the higher income. So you can have 0 to 150, that's when you qualify. Above 150,000, you don't qualify as part of affordable housing. Now, there was a study that was done in 2019 that shows the income distribution for a majority of Kenyans, especially those who are in formal employment. 72%, according to that study, of Kenyans earn below 100,000. So that's exactly why KMRC is very well positioned, because it knows that's where the market is.
What about the SME like myself? How are you supporting the SME?
So the SMEs actually fall within that threshold. And the SME in this case is someone who does not have a consistent income. That's our definition of an SME. You have a business, and therefore you do not have a consistent income like that of a salary. Now, the thresholds we are talking about actually includes SMEs because it's not a salary, it's income. We are talking about income here. So if you can demonstrate an income of 150 or an income that is sufficient enough to repay a loan, whether you are an SME or a salaried person, you qualify for financing.
So you don't give the mortgage directly. So I will have to come to ABSA, then ABSA gives me the mortgage.
Precisely.
What is the tenor?
So the whole value proposition for KMRC is actually to extend the tenor. Now, we are talking about 20 to 25 year financing. So when you look at the Kenyan market at the moment, the average loan tenor is actually about 8.6 years. And that's according to a study by Central Bank, I think in 2019 or thereabout. Now, that is unbelievably short term.
Very short.
And when it's short, and I can tell you, the greatest thing in terms of financing, the greatest thing that affects affordability of a mortgage is actually two. Number one is the loan duration, that is the tenor. And number two is the rate, in that order. So if you extend the tenor to 20 years, a lot more Kenyans actually can afford to buy homes.
And what's the interest rates? ABSA is giving us at 11.9%.
Yes, and there's a reason for that, and I think ABSA can explain. But the rate at which KMRC is extending financing to the primary mortgage lenders, including ABSA, is 5%. And that is essentially meant to allow or enable affordability. We advise the financial institutions, when they receive money from KMRC, that they extend the benefits to the ultimate home borrower, and that is to lend in single digits.
Asante sana. Let's shift gears and talk to John. John, what support are you giving Kenyans to own affordable homes?
Thank you, Nancy. ABSA, our purpose remains to bring possibilities to life. We have discussed this before, that it is our commitment to support Kenyans own their own homes, which is a dream for everyone. And one of the things we have always talked about is giving you options, whether you want to build, as you asked, whether you want to buy, or whether you want to use your own home for future projects. We can give you a loan based on your own home. But coming to affordable housing, ABSA has given its commitment into the affordable housing program, first by being a shareholder in Kenya Mortgage Refinance Company, which allows us to be owners and participate in that space. The second bit that we are doing, as you've heard, is that we are already in discussions to access the fund, the affordable fund, which means we shall be able to extend this to our customers at affordable rates, at the single-digit rates. Yeah. So that is some space you may need to watch. It's coming soon. Our indicative rate will be starting from 9.5. The tenure, the good thing is, as ABSA, we've been doing it up to 25 years. And as he mentioned, when you stretch your loan repayment for up to 25 years, it becomes a bit affordable for you. So that's our commitment. The other bit is to say we'll support you up to 90% of the loan to the value of the property.
So if I'm buying a property for 4 million, you will give me 90%?
Yes, we'll do that.
And if I'm building, you also give me 90%?
For building, we can extend it to 100%.
If I have a plot, I want to build, you'll give me 100%?
Yes, and that we will stretch it to up to 20 years when it's a construction loan. So in terms of the participation already, at least we are in 34 counties.
So your branch network, all of them are offering this product?
We have 85 locations we are pushing this through. So, and I would invite that if you have that dream that you want to actualize, just come to us and we talk about that.
What does the future of the real estate market look like? This segment continues to highlight views on how the sector is unfolding. Catch more insights next Sunday. We are taking a short break. Coming up, the accessory spot, the property news, our favorite home ownership segment with inspiration from tried and tested stories when climbing the property ladder, and so much more. Don't go away. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back. The property show continues. Today, it's all about discovering trending interior design ideas, events shaping the landscape, plus tried and tested experiences when climbing the property ladder. Our shoot location this season is our property show in First Avenue offices. Coming up, the accessory spot on interior design ideas that made a difference this year.
So we do two things. We import antique furniture, which we restore in tribal African fabrics mostly. And then the second thing that we do that we're showcasing here today is that we manufacture very classical furniture at our factory in Ngong. We've been operating for 7 years, the White Elephant Trading Company, but this product is only a year old, so it's a new product for us. So I think the most unique thing about this product is that it's totally Kenyan made, and it's made with very, very traditional upholstery techniques that not very many people even know about anymore. So for this market, other than the top fabric, which is a linen that we import, the whole piece of the furniture is made here in Nairobi. Number one, it's incredibly well made. I mean, this furniture will last lifetimes. I call it heritage furniture. Like, you buy a piece of this, you'll be leaving it to your kids, your grandkids. By buying this furniture, you're using local Kenyan products, and you're helping to employ Kenyan artisans. Like, the skill of this to make furniture like this is not known by very many people, so it's a small group of people that you're supporting and helping us to continue to bring in younger people to train up to make this level of quality furniture. So this explains how we kind of make our furniture. There's sort of three main points. The first is that we make our frames are made in prime grade dry timber, and there's not a single nail or screw in the whole frame. The reason being that if you have nails or screws in the frame, over time they'll work loose, and you know when you sit on a piece of furniture it sort of squeaks and squeaks. That's because it's a nail moving in the wood. So that will never happen with ours, because they're all joined with little dowels of wood. We then use the springing technique is a very traditional technique whereby we put in zigzag springs like this, or in some of our other pieces we have a deep coil spring. We then put hessian and then a layer of koya with hessian on top, which makes a pad which is stitched through onto the springs, which means that you have a very nicely sprung base to the furniture like that, which is then topped with foam and the fabric. On the arms and the body of the chair, we have actually a 5-layer technique. So we first have the hessian on the frame. We then have a high density foam, then a medium density foam. Then we have a layer of cotton, and then the top fabric is upholstered onto it. The cushions are all made with the base cushion is foam wrapped with dacron, and the back cushions are dacron, which are stitched through so they don't ever sag down. And then ultimately, like I was talking about, all the legs of the furniture are made out of Mexican green ash, and then they're topped with brass casters that we import from the UK. Which is a very classic sort of European touch to the furniture. And that's kind of how they're constructed ostensibly.
Cuddly is a home lifestyle brand. We focus on bringing coziness and good feeling and warm feeling into your homes. Well, pillows are the main thing, because it is pillows that bring the coziness into a home. So your home is not just an empty shell. It is inviting when people come in. So we focus on different textures, different fabrics, different things depending on what the client really wants. So for example, this is a fabric that is used both for curtains and for throw pillows. So for example, the client who had ordered for this wanted curtains and the pillows, so that they incorporate well to just create that similarity in their space. So there is that option where we come in and we work with what is already in your space. So the other thing that we make sure our pillows have is a hidden zip. So it does not matter which side you put it, nobody will know where the zip is. You understand? The other design is the customized ones. So this one, it's a client who was moving into a new space and they wanted the journey that they have taken when it comes to them building their own home, the affirmations, the daily things they kept telling themselves. So she wanted all her pillows. She made an order of 40 pillowcases to just incorporate all the affirmations that she has been speaking into her life. So, for example, I am blessed. And so apart from our throw pillows and the customized ones, we have bed pillows. So for our bed pillows, again, completely varies depending on the client. There are clients who will like it just normal size. There are those who want it like stiff, more feeling. There are those who would like it to be very thin. For them, it's just the comfort, or probably they have neck issues or back issues. So we also offer that service where you just explain to us what exactly is it that you're looking for in a pillow. So apart from now the bed pillows, then these are the standard size. We come in and we give you the offer of what size of bed do you have. Do you have a king size bed? Because this doesn't work for a king size bed. A king size bed has its own specific sizes. So we customize again to those specific sizes that you want.
The accessory spot is the place we get inspired on how to transform our houses to the homes of our dreams. Our interior decorators are a call away and can make it happen. The real estate sector has continued to grow. We have seen developers breaking ground, handover ceremonies, product launches, and the list continues. Next, a highlight of events that caught our eyes in 2021.
I would like to take this opportunity to once again appreciate this moment. We are very delighted to be having this opportunity and this occasion to do two things: to hand over this project to the rightful owners of the estate, and also indicate that we would be launching another project that is similar to this. So for those who have missed an opportunity in this estate. You also told us that you would like to have all the bedrooms en suite because these units had master en suite and DSQ en suite, and then the other two bedrooms sharing a common washroom. So we have listened also to that. We are able to accommodate that in the design. We have also provided for all the units to be en suite. There are some clients that say they would like to have 4-bedroom units. We have also listened to that, and we have accommodated that in the next project. So half of the units will be 3 bedrooms and half of the units will be 4 bedrooms. And the good thing is that for the 4 bedrooms, all the units are en suite, and all the bedrooms have got balconies.
My name is Fiona. I'm an advocate. The journey for 2 friends of mine, a couple who are in China, has been very interesting. They didn't know of developers who can be trusted. They were buying at a time when developers were starting and not finishing projects. So they were very skeptical when they started this project. But we came, we met these 2 good people, very faithful people. and the journey has been very comfortable for them buying, and for me as an advocate, also working with Mukiri Law Advocates. They are very straightforward people. So I am grateful that, these are people we can refer to many of our future clients, and particularly diaspora clients.
We did this with a lot of commitment. Every coin that we got, we saved. And so, usidharau pesa kidogo. Hata kama ni 20,000 weka. Kama ni 10,000 weka. At some point, we were wondering, are we saving enough? Because anytime we got little money, we put aside, and then we realized 9 million is not little, and yet we are putting aside per month 50,000, and you're wondering, are you going to get there? But I don't know whether my husband has told you that our second installment, we thought we would get a loan, but lo and behold, during Corona, it happened, and we had an installment of
2 million without taking a loan.
Yeah. And so it surprised us. When the Bible says, if you have faith, even as little as that of a mustard seed, the Lord actually increases that faith, and you can move a mountain.
'22 is going to be bigger and better. And if you're looking to launch new products, groundbreaking ceremonies, and open days, the Property Show will make it happen. Just give us a call and let's engage. It's time to get inspired by tried and tested stories from those who have conquered climbing the property ladder. What are the main challenges have you faced through this journey?
So I think my journey began with another home that I had bought somewhere else that I paid a deposit for, that I was so excited to move into. And that didn't work out. So that was one of the huge challenges for me, because even up to now, I've never been able to recover the deposit. So I think in terms of home ownership is doing your due diligence and knowing who are the right people to work with. I don't know what I would have done differently, but I really just felt that that was a major setback for me. But luckily, when I came to this other transaction, it worked well. Actually, there was a hitch in that after I paid the deposit, the bank that was financing me went into receivership. But thanks be to God, I was already working somewhere else, so I was able to pay it off. So that has been my journey, full of ups and downs. And I always say being alone and making such huge decisions is also frightening. I used to sleep at night and think, what? Those are huge amounts of money to take as a mortgage, but I thank God that I was able to do it.
What is the one thing you love in this home?
What I love most about this home is just the community, that we're in an enclosed, gated community. So we have neighbors, you have your own compound, where of course I can sit in the garden. My son and I can have our own space and do whatever we want to do, because the house has lots and lots of space. I love the high ceilings, I love the large windows. It's just a beautiful space that's just enough for me and my baby. This met the dream that I had for my own home. And the kitchen, the bedrooms, the master bedroom is beautiful. So I think it met everything that I was looking for in a home. Yeah.
Going back to the house that you are buying that has not completed to date, and you haven't received your refund for the deposit. So many people today have also started that journey, and they're in that space.
Yes.
Is it that you didn't use professionals? Is it that you didn't do your due diligence? What could have gone wrong?
I think we were just excited, and in the place I was working, a lot of us wanted to buy a house in that specific place, so all of us are stuck in that. We didn't do our due diligence. In fact, I remember taking the lease agreement, the sale agreement, now years later, to a lawyer and saying, you didn't even do a lease agreement with the developer. We did a sale agreement with an individual, one of the individuals. I think I did it in a hurry. I didn't seek legal advice. I didn't do my due diligence. What I would advise anybody who is looking to buy a house, just work with professionals and people who just have a good reputation, and you can look back at something, at the history, and see what they have achieved before.
A lot of people think that working with professionals is too expensive. And I've always said, cheap is more expensive.
True, true. That is so true. That is so true. I learned that the hard way. So just work with professionals, and you pay a little more, but you get value and security.
I would say save money early, save as much as possible. Don't go into the credit traps where you borrow small money and you pay a very high interest rate. That one will always stop you from saving enough. Be very careful those few years you save, and make sure that you don't lose your saving with a bad interest. Then, of course, in Kenya, it's very common to borrow from family, even from friends, because that's a nice opportunity when you trust people. But I think many people who do mortgages are people who work in banks, they are in the finance sector, they might have employers, solid employers who guarantee for their mortgages. So 80% of Kenyans work in the informal economy. So the only way they can get into property is to save and not go for the most expensive ones too early.
We all know that building a home, construction is not a walk in the park. What were your pain points, and what would you tell anybody thinking of building their home? These are the red flags you need to look out for.
Certainly, Nancy, construction is not a walk in the park. It's not for the faint-hearted. And for me, one of the things, like I said earlier, was selecting the different professionals and fundis, so to say, who are going to walk the journey with me. Getting the right people was one of the challenges. Another thing that I didn't really think much of is the terrain of the land. And for me, that's something that is very, very key that I would tell anybody who wants to get into construction. Never ever take your land for granted and look at it and say, it's flat, so let us begin. So it's something that needs to be taken into consideration by the architect right from the start, so that you're able then to translate what's on paper right to the ground.
Because it's very expensive if you don't do that.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what I went through. And I remember for me, the land was hilly.
Because your land is slopey.
Yes, but I just never thought it was that bad until we started constructing. And if you look at my house, as a result, then we had to get various levels. I had to backfill the land. My garden actually was a garden that I had to backfill and construct from scratch. Because if I had left it, then we would never be able to get into the house because of the heights that were created as a result. Now, another thing again, changed my design slightly. One of the rooms in the house shouldn't have been there, but because of the different heights,
because of the terrain of the land,
yes,
you had to modify the house.
Yes, I needed to modify the house. So I had the option of having either a false roof or another room. So that again was another cost that I had not foreseen. So other than the backfilling of the garden, other than just having the extra room, of course there's also the extra labor that comes along with it. Please remember that I got a facility to build the house. Which
so any changes affects the cost.
Yes, and you have to convince your financier that, look, I never saw this, it was unforeseen. And it's very difficult convincing, especially people who haven't constructed before. How do you convince somebody that you spent over almost $1 million trying to get the height right, both at the back of the house and at the front of the house? So that's one of the challenges that you really have to look out for when you're constructing. Then another one is you need to get fundis who are reliable. Yeah. And sometimes you will have people who come and talk to you and you think, oh, they know their bit. But they are not reliable in the sense that they'll probably come to your site, first of all, take longer than they should take. Two, they will not do what you ask them to do. So there's a lot of trust issues that will definitely come into play when you're constructing. Yeah. And then thirdly, there's the issue of materials. And please remember, there's also the issue of the bills of quantities that you gave the bank. And sometimes you go and you realize, The bills of quantity were this, but when you go to the shop, in reality, there's such a big difference. Again, another thing I realize is that you've got to have the same mindset as the professionals you're working with. For instance, if you have your quantity surveyor, what sort of tiles do you want to have? What sort of finishes do you want to have in your house? Be very specific to your quantity surveyor and say, look, it's my house. And again, you've got to be very firm. So that what you want is what you will get. If, for instance, I want this tile, nobody should convince me that there's an alternative unless there's a good reason for it. Therefore, there's got to be a sync of minds right from the start and be clear about it, because anyway, you're the one who's going to pay for it.
And you're the one who will live in that home.
And you're the one who's going to live in that home.
Many times we are stuck wondering where to start when looking for a dream home, or where to begin turning a plot into a dream home. Here on The Property Show, we've got you covered, and we are just a telephone call away. As we begin the new year, every Sunday, we continue unpacking investment opportunities in this space. I know what you're thinking. How can I start my personal home ownership journey or investment? We have a selection of homes ranging from below 2 million all the way to you name your price tag, we've got it. Secondly, if you're looking for ideas to revamp and decorate your space, you have company. Our interior decorators are ready to hold your hand. On topics and news shaping the landscape, our expert segment captures just that.
The market right now is a buyer's market. Buyers are very aware of what it is that they want.
Our signature bus tour will continue the adventure and explore new projects in every corner of this country. Book your seat today. Our home ownership stories are inspired by tried and tested homeowners. Whatever you need in this sector, we can point you in the right direction, and we are only a telephone call away. Thank you for watching The Property Show. Happy New Year. See you again next Sunday. As always, there is something for everyone. Kwaheri.